You're tuned into the most informative, in-depth channel for lottery information and strategies. Lottery facts and tips all the time. Get the edge, stay informed. Logic Hits, Lottery Players Information Channel.
Welcome back, gang. I'm back. And I've been working behind the scenes, trying to make us better players. And I'm ready today, and it's September 7th, 2025. And I have a new thing to share with you guys where you can look at it over here in this blue area here, looking for low numbers, and they like to leave, clusters. It'd be 2 or more. And see here in the blue area here, well, in Louisiana, the last 10 days, it was 3 times that 2 or more low numbers showed up, and that was lines 6, 8, and 10. When I switch states, you're going to be able to see where yours is at and how far they spread out. So that means the first 5 were mostly high numbers, and I don't even have to look over at the winning numbers to tell that. Then in game number 6, it was 2 lows. Game 7, which is missing here, it was mostly high numbers. Game 8 was 2 or more low numbers. Number 9 was mostly high numbers, and 10 was 2 or more low numbers. So here we go. Here's 1 and here's 10. So here's 2 or more low numbers. What that tells you is that your numbers, you don't have to use all 10 numbers or even consider them. That you can use numbers from 4 under and mix them all up, and you'll have winning numbers. Or you can only include one number with them. So here's 10, let's go to 8. Right here, all low numbers. All you had to do was just go mix numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You would have won. Okay? And we're going to be looking at that throughout. I might not be paying attention to it, but you can, or stop the video even after this video is over. So out of 60 times, most likely it's more high numbers that play together in your state. And it looks like that pretty much with all of them. But it was 40 times out of 60. So it was 20 times it was 2 or more low digits playing. Alright, so let's get to it. And then we always have our evens, odds, highs and lows, and how they play together. Then we got our hot, medium, and cold numbers from the states. And then we're going to go rapid fire till we get to the end, showing you your totals. Like in Louisiana, 11 times, 11 was your totals in the front. And then we'll look at your back number totals, and then all 3. Again, all the way to the end. Y'all ready? Let's strap it up. Let's go. We're going to be looking at Louisiana's back 2 positions. In the blue here, 8 times, so you'll know how to read it. 11 was your total. That's the hottest one up to date. 7 times, 7 was your back 2 totals. Numbers like 3 and 4, 4 and 3, you can mix them up, 5 and 2, etc. 6 and 1. And then all 3 totals for Louisiana. Alright, next we're going to South Carolina. Midday. Again, you can slow this down. So if I start talking about clusters over here in the light blue area, that was numbers 4, 5, and 6, lines 4, 5, and 6. It was mostly in 3 in a row that it was 2 or more low numbers that made up your 3 number pairs or triples. Okay, but let's look at the totals. Next, we're going to go to the back totals. In the blue area, all 3 totals. 14 plays a big part in your totals. And next we're going to go to South Carolina evening. Looking at your front totals. Back totals. All 3. Mississippi. Front totals. Back total. All 3. North Carolina midday. Looking at your front totals here. And again, you can stop it and look at your high, lows, odd, evens. I'm seeing in the high, low area here. 2 first numbers in the last 2 days were lows. So that would qualify for what we were talking about earlier from this light blue area down here at the bottom here. All right. Back totals. All 3. North Carolina evening next. Looking at your front totals. Back totals. All 3. Georgia midday. Front total. Back total. All 3. Georgia evening. Front totals in the yellow. Back totals in the blue. All 3 in the orange. Numbers on the bottom is the max. That's the number that are that's hitting the most. Next, Georgia night. Front total. For Act 2. All 3. Arkansas midday. Front totals. Back totals. All 3. Next we go to Arkansas evening. Looking at the front totals. Back totals. All 3. Next we're going to Kentucky midday. This is what they've been doing. And wow, I don't want to single them out all the time, but look how many times in the last 10 days that it's been 2 or more low numbers, pardon me. 6 times out of the last 10. All right. Now we're going to move on to the back totals. And the totals kind of mean something if you want to hit straight in the back. Sometimes you got to get stubborn. I do it sometimes. I'll put the first number is going to be odd 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. You could do something different if you want. And then the back totals, you just say, well, the back totals in the blue, most of the time is the bottom number, which is 7. You make your back totals 8 or 7 or 9. Okay. But be stubborn with that first number. Set you up to hit straight. Or you can do it any way you want to until you feel comfortable. And for Kentucky midday, here's all 3 totals together, tied at 5 times apiece. Is 9, 13, 11, and 18. All right, next we're going to go to Kentucky evening. Another one that has low numbers that come out a lot. So if you wonder why you didn't hit, you might be playing something crazy like 7, 8, 9 or something like that. And you see that makes no sense. That's the reason why we're here. It can come out. They say it's probable. I mean, it's possible, but it ain't probable. All right, so we're going to look at the back totals. 5 times the total. 8 times the total has been 5. All right, and then all 3. Next, we're going to West Virginia. For those who play in West Virginia or live there, first totals. Next, we're going to go to the back totals. All 3. Once you're done with your numbers. Next, we're going to New Mexico midday. Front totals. Back totals. All 3. New Mexico evening. Also, we want to look at something else. I can look at how many new in the orange comes out. That's a new total, and it stretches. And I'll show you once it gets down there. It's 8 new entries. That means that this has a pretty long stretch, and that means any number underneath it is not repeating. So it's using different totals. So you can eliminate all the totals and kind of get where you want to get to and see what numbers you're left with. Look at what totals haven't came out in orange, the last ones that I discussed. And then you'll see that you can make up numbers from those totals only. If not, you just go with the ones that's already there. And then you can go from and select from those. But most of the time, like see here, the BC ones that we discussed, that's only changed once. The ones in the front, that's only changed 5 times. So I would be playing the numbers that already came out. And if a new one comes out, it just got me. But this is the highest one. This is constantly changing. More so anyway than these two. All right, so New Mexico evening. We're looking at our front totals, our back totals, all 3 like I was discussing. See how this long line is here? That means nothing's dropping down here to be out 2 times. That means constantly numbers being introduced. Even so much so, it's going off the page. It's really 8, so it's 2, 4, 6 that we can see. And there's 2 more that we can't see. Alright, next. Going to Tennessee. Morning. Front totals. Back totals. All 3. And that has how many? That has a long line of numbers that introduced for the first time. This means these numbers have only been out once. All right, next, so we're going to go to Tennessee midday. Front totals. Back totals. All 3. Tennessee evening. Front totals. Back totals. All 3. Next, Texas morning. Front total. Back totals. All 3. Texas day. Front total. Back totals. All 3 total. Texas evening. Front totals. Back totals. All 3. Texas night. Front totals. Back totals. And all 3 when it's all said and done. Next, we're going to Ohio, midday. Front total. Back totals. All 3. Ohio evening. Front totals. Back totals. All 3. Michigan midday. Front totals. Back totals. All 3 numbers. Look at that, 13 and 14. Michigan evening. Front totals. Back total. All 3. Next, we are going to New Jersey midday. Got our front totals here. Back totals. You can see B and C, that's the second and the third number, which is the back 2 totals. All 3 numbers. 7 times 18 has been the total sum. New Jersey evening. front total, back totals, all three, tri-state, we're talking New Hampshire, Vermont, all that good stuff. And we got our front totals. Oh, and don't forget Maine, that's another one. Back totals. And all three. Tri-state, evening, front total. Oops, let me go back. All right, front totals, back totals, all three. Pennsylvania midday. We got our front totals. Back totals. All three. Pennsylvania evening. Front. Back totals. All three. Indiana, Iowa, midday. Front totals. Back totals. All three. Indiana, Iowa, evening. Front total. Back totals. All three. Florida, midday. We're looking at Florida's front totals. Back totals. All three. Florida evening. Front total. Back totals. All three numbers. All three when you're done. Illinois midday. Front totals. Back totals. All three. Illinois evening. Front totals. Back totals. All three. Let's go into Delaware. Midday. We got our fronts here. Back totals. All three. Delaware evening. Front totals. Back totals. All three. Missouri, midday. Front total. Back totals. All three. Missouri evening. Front totals. Oops. Go back here. Did it again. Front total. back totals, all three. Nebraska, with your one game having self, got your front totals, your back totals, all three. Next, we have Virginia midday. Front total here in the yellow. Back totals, all three. Virginia evening. Front total, back totals, all three. Next, we're going over to DC, midday. Looking at our front totals. Yeah, looking at that, yes. Next, our back totals. Then all three. Next, we gotta go over to DC evening front totals. Back totals, all three digits. 10 times 16 was the totals. Connecticut midday, front totals. Back totals, all three. Connecticut evening, front totals. Back totals, all three. Wait a minute. If I do Connecticut evening, I just want to make sure because this is Kansas midday. Let me double check and make sure we didn't miss anything. If not, we'll just run through it again. Connecticut evening, if we missed it. We don't want to leave anybody out now. So Connecticut evening, here's the front totals, back totals, all three. Kansas midday, front total. Okay, that's jumping fast. That's why. Alright, let's see here. Kansas midday, front totals, back total, all three. Kansas evening, front totals, back totals, all three numbers. I see they like 13 a lot. Wisconsin, front totals, back total, all three. Wisconsin evening. Front totals. Back total. All three. New York, midday. Front totals. Back total. All three. New York evening. Front totals. Back totals. All three. Washington, with your one game having front totals. Sometimes those one game having states, you can kind of pick on them a little bit. But then again, if states like Texas has 4 of them, you can pick on them too. It's a matter of taste. All right, then we got our front totals for Washington for this week. On the back totals. All three. Colorado midday. Front totals. Back totals. And all three. Colorado evening. Front totals. Back totals. All three. Idaho midday. Front totals. Back totals. All three. Idaho evening. Front totals. Back totals. And all three totals. California midday. Front total. Back totals. All three. California evening. Front totals. Back totals. All three. And finally, Oklahoma evening. Got your front totals. Now looking at your back totals. Wow. 12 times 8 has been the sum. And all three. Feels good to be back. I'll get you guys back up to date, knowing what I know, watching what I watch, and getting my folks back on their bumpers. And if you get down low enough, you can put a little extra on it and pay for whatever it is you got to pay for. All right. And until the next one, and I promise it'll be sooner because I'm getting things in line the way I want to behind the scenes here. And instead of looking at the history of 2 months, I'm trying to work on it where I'm looking at every 10 days where I have these blue out. I don't know. I would take suggestions. But I want to be able to click and look at the 7-day, the 10-day, 14-day, 30 days. This is what I've been wrestling with, and it's not easy to do, but we can look at the 10-day where it looks at these numbers coming more lows than highs. Okay, so that's happening right here, like 4 out of 10. That's just a little less than half, but this is what's happening. So if you notice, 2 low numbers get you. All right, so we're gonna be up on them, and there's more things to show you, but up to now, you've been updated, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take them on out of here. Until next time, peace.
Yeah, come on. Time to win big, this you gotta see. Gotta subscribe to Logic Hits Lottery. Ain't a better option, we gon' make you come back. Giving you the best lottery tips and facts. Even if you a beginner, you never know, next time you could be a winner. You gotta get your tickets now, gotta find out, don't miss. And gotta stay tuned in to Logic Hits. Hey, I'm talking Logic Hits Lottery. Giving you lottery tips, you gotta see. Hey, I'm talking Logic Hits Lottery. It's time to be a winner, grab a ticket and just follow me. Nothing like this, now it's time to get hyped. Got me feeling like Vegas, I just wanna roll the dice. I got all my friends on, it's so lit. Keep going, cause you never know when you can win big. Hey, you want the inside scoop, tricks of the trade? Stay tuned, cause you don't wanna miss a thing. Got you playing like a pro, you know how it goes. Logic Hits steady serving all the info. Hey, I'm talking Logic Hits Lottery. Giving advice and tips, you gotta see. Yeah, I'm talking Logic Hits Lottery. It's time to be a winner, grab a ticket and just follow me. Yeah.
Hey, yo, man, why you stopping? That was funky.
To catch my breath.
All right, you got it?
Yeah.
Kick it.
Hey, yeah, let's go. We about to turn it up with this one. Got some incredible news, really it's a big one. Logic Hits Lottery, trust that you don't wanna miss. Anybody can have the chance to win big. So whether you're playing or even if you were studying, it's incredible, unforgettable, you will be loving it. Big money, time to win some. No need to hesitate, come join this discussion. Yeah, Logic Hits Lottery. Big money, win big, follow me to Logic Hits Lottery. Join in, right now you gotta see. Logic Hits Lottery. Big money, win big, follow me to Logic Hits Lottery. Join in, right now you gotta see. Hey, grab a ticket, I hope you ready to go. It don't matter if you a beginner or you a pro. We giving you everything you need to know. Time to start making some money and start stacking your dough. This is what I like, because the vibe right. Keep on playing until I'm living the high life. Telling all my friends to join with me. One of a kind, Logic Hits Lottery. Logic Hits Lottery. Big money, win big, follow me to Logic Hits Lottery. Join in, right now you gotta see. Logic Hits Lottery. Big money, win big, follow me to Logic Hits Lottery. Join in, right now you gotta see. Hey, win big, time to win big. Logic Hits Lottery, let's go, hey. Win big, time to win big.